Hi there, so this is the Child and Adolescent Behavior Course Syllabus Overview, and you'll find that there's another video that goes into detail. It's quite lengthy, it's about an hour and 27 minutes that talks about each of the learning plans and what's expected in your discussion posts, and please continue to go back to that at the beginning of each of the learning plans so that you have a better idea of what I'm looking for in grading and the material that's going to be presented, and maybe just some insights that I have about some of the content. So I did give you the time that each of those videos starts, or that learning plan starts in that long video, and then where each one of the learning plan ends, so that you have a better understanding of when the videos start, when they end, and can go back and things like that. So this is the syllabus overview, so this is really just an opportunity for me to kind of go through the document that you'll probably want to either print out or have at your ready at all times, because there's good questions on there, things about grading, and just a good course outline. So just know that the course starts around the end of August. You'll see a start date and end date. I don't want to give the specifics because they do change, but then just know, since it's a virtual college course, that it starts, you need to post at least something in the first 3 days in order to qualify for financial aid and to be considered in the course. If you don't post, I'll send you a reminder email. And then there's a possibility you'd be dropped from the course as well. And then the end date is the last day that everything has to be turned in by, in case there's a reason you couldn't submit the final learning plan on time, or you came into the course later than some other students, or as virtual colleges, you can enter and exit as you please. So just know that everything has to be turned in by that end date. Again, this is an online class, so at all times feel free to contact me with email. I do leave my phone number. It's a cellular number. We can also schedule a Skype time if you ever need to, because I'm not on campus, obviously. And then just know that there is a textbook for the class, and it's called At-Risk Youth. It's by McWhorter. The ISB number is located on your syllabus, as well as information about what you might need to complete the course. Just know that all the materials should be submitted in Microsoft Word format. I am sometimes able to convert the rich text format, or RTF, into Microsoft Word, so that's not a problem. But some of the other things, WPS, other formats, even HTML, sometimes don't work. So just know that that's the expectation, that Microsoft Word is what you'll be using to submit material. In general, because this is a course that's focused both on child and adolescents, it's also part of the Human Services program. So we're looking at helping you learn to communicate more effectively, work cooperatively with other peers, develop global awareness and issues that are actually facing more than just here in the United States and in our local counties. We're asking that you act responsibly. We want you to demonstrate integrity, work productively, and eventually think critically and creatively about different things. So a lot of the course does ask you to do that. It asks you to take some of the concepts that we have and think outside the box. Think about, gosh, if this is what's being presented to me, don't take it as the full truth, and you know, how do I apply this in my different settings and with different cultures? So hopefully you'll really enjoy that. And just know we still uphold the program outcomes by the Human Services Department, so we're looking at commitment to cultural competence, ethical standards of practice, utilizing community resources, and those things are also listed on the syllabus. Your grading scale is also on there. It's pretty standard, so just be aware of that. And then we do have our assessment tools that we're going to use throughout the semester, and you'll know about those. Each of those assessments are listed as either discussions, papers, and what's expected of those. So what we're looking for, though, as part of your grading component, the course has discussion board posts that will be graded throughout the semester. You'll also have journal reflections that are due, which is really an opportunity for you to reflect pretty openly, and not just kind of what you think I should hear, what you think is politically correct, but an opportunity for you to reflect both personally and professionally. You're going to have an agency reflection paper due also this semester, a mental health paper, and we call it that because depending on what your expertise and what you decide to research, it could be about a mental health diagnosis, it can be about a disorder versus what we call not otherwise specified disorder, so to speak. So it'll really be about what you choose. And then at the end of the semester, your big paper is the final reflection paper, which is worth about 15% of your grade. So those are the course assignments that are due throughout this virtual college experience. And not only that, but most of the material is really geared not only about you learning something and having the knowledge, but then being able to apply it in a technical setting. So having a technical skill. So whether that's understanding the children's code and being able to look that up online and be able to reference that, as well as being able to explain that to someone. What is the children's code? What does that mean? Where is it coming from? If I'm going to be a Child Protective Service social worker, how do I use that code and how do I explain that to people? So it is this technical component. And then just know that since it is an online course, sometimes conversations might lead with each other in different ways. So feel free to have those discussions together. If you want to grab a cup of coffee with another person and you're able to do that. If you want to have more conversations via email and be a little bit more private, feel free to email me and we'll talk about those things. I also love to talk to students about professional things. So if you want to talk anything of how that relates to the profession or just more about different professions with human service degrees, let me know. Since this course is an online course, we do expect students to log in between 3 to 5 times a week. There is a tracking system for that, but ultimately, as long as you're doing your work and we're seeing progress and things going really well, it's not going to be a problem. So just know that is there. So again, as we're looking through the syllabus, the online learner role and responsibilities does say that you must begin your course and complete one of the academic assignments within the first week of the start date. So that's usually the discussion post. Post on the discussion post and complete that in the first week of class. And then to complete this course by the end of the semester, you should try to complete something every week. There's only 10 learning plans, and 9 of them are content. 1 is the final reflection paper. So really, you have 3 months to do 10 weeks worth of work, so you should be good on that. Besides that, just take a look at some of the other headlines in the syllabus that are important. Perhaps you need tutoring on a certain area. There's the Learning Center, there's the Writing Center. If you're having trouble with Blackboard or any of those materials, make sure to reach out to the help desk. I can help sometimes with computer issues, but again, not always an expert on that, but maybe there's something. And just know there's assignment due dates that are listed, both in the course information tab of Blackboard, and then also each week also indicates when things are due, and you'll see an entire copy outline of when things are expected. But again, it's virtual college, so the difference there is that there's not an actual due date except the end date, but that you will develop a plan for yourself and kind of identify, I think I'm going to turn this in on this date, I think I'm going to turn this in on that date. So there isn't an actual due date for everything, because some of you will start in August and then not come back until September, depending on your schedule. So just be aware of that. I do check all submissions against what is called Turnitin, which is a plagiarism and cheating software, so it allows us to take a look at whether or not students have copy-pasted directly from other student papers, or they've completely quoted text of someone who's already written something. So just know to use quotations when you're quoting, and present work that's your own and your own creative thoughts, and have fun with that. And then just know too that virtual college is self-paced, as I've talked about a couple times, and there's a plan of completion that is due. So during that start of the class, you'll go ahead and complete the plan for completion. It's your first assignment. It's actually under the first learning tab in Blackboard. And it'll just ask you to tell us when you think you're going to do your assignments. And then your projected goal for completion. And it is worth 10 points, so it's actually an assignment. And then at the end of the syllabus is the overview, so what you can expect each of the weeks. It's actually a really good course completion plan. I mean, based on what it is, it kind of gives you an example of what it is, and then it also identifies what each learning plan has in it and the learning activities. So that's just an example. Maybe yours looks a little different, and that's fine. And if you have any questions on the syllabus, please do not hesitate to contact me. and hopefully you'll really enjoy it. Let it be your guide, and then continue to check back on Blackboard for different announcements that I might make that update the syllabus or update content. And really looking forward to having you in class, and we'll see you online.